What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So glad you can make it. Today is going to be another part of my Aquarius video, and I'm so sorry that this video has been late. I have been dealing with work, and work has just been making me super tired lately, so I do apologize about the late upload. So we're just going to jump right in it. As you guys know, I always do my hands back to back, so I've already done my first nails, my Aquarius zodiac themed nails. And those I will also list in the cards for you if you haven't checked that out already. I am on a mission, if you haven't watched my previous videos, to be using all of the stuff that I already currently own with very little purchases of new items. That is my goal for 2021. I'm probably going to break it a couple times, but that is my goal, so that's why you see me cleaning dust off the top of stuff. So I've already sized myself up with my Honey Fan C-Curve XL tips, and those are the tips you see laying up front. And then on my phone to the side, this is the design I'm going to kind of be emulating as easily as possible, because this is my non-dominant hand doing my dominant hand, so these always turn out a little crazy. I've already done my cuticle prep, so I just went ahead and gave you guys a brief update on my finger. My finger is actually doing a lot better now. The nail has grown out, and I can't wait to see what comes up after I take this set off, actually. And it seems to be doing pretty well, actually. There's no pain anymore. It's just growing out nice and healthy, which is exactly what we want. So me taking care of it the best way I possibly know how to has definitely worked. So I've seen this method used before to put on tips, and I actually don't have any more glue, which is fine, but I've seen like Femi Beauty go ahead and cure her tips on, and it's actually a really nice way to be able to use a bunch. I have a ton of base coat lying around from countless polygel kits and all types of kits that I've bought in the past. So this is definitely a great way to use the extra base coat that you have, but the tips really do stay on there. I haven't had any problems with these lifting, and I've had these on for about time of recording. I still have the nails on. Surprise, surprise. There hasn't been any lifting issues with the tips or with the nails themselves, except for my pinky, but that's a different story for a different time. But yeah, these baddies stay on. As long as you prep beforehand, you'll definitely keep these tips on by using this method. And I only cure them in there for about 5 seconds or so, and then I go ahead and cure my whole hand for a full 60 to make sure they're definitely on there. So once those are on there, I'm just showing you that they are definitely on there. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my acrylics and just go ahead and blend the tip into my natural nail using a 100 grit sanding band on my Melody Susie drill on a relatively low speed. These tips are actually extremely easy to blend, so if you're interested in the C-Curve tips, I will leave the link for those down below. Again, these are from Honey Fan. Hers just shipped the fastest. I know a lot of people are currently offering these. I would prefer them personally a little longer, so I'll double tip what I have for my own personal comfort and length of nails. But these are pretty long for those who don't normally have not long nails or longer nails. So I do definitely suggest these. No, I wasn't paid to do this, obviously, you guys would know so, but these are very good tips, especially if you're looking for like a cheat code for that C-curve look and haven't mastered sculpting. And if you haven't seen my fail school video yet, you should definitely go check that out as well, and I'll leave that up in the cards too, where you get to watch me fail at things that I just kind of realize I suck at after I do them. So make sure you check that out as well. It's definitely one of my favorites. Favorite things to do is just to try stuff. So I didn't do any cutting on my forefingers, but I only, as most of you guys know who've been here for a minute, I really prefer my thumbs to be a little shorter so I can use my phone in a more comfortable fashion for myself. Those of you who have long nails, you sport that, honey. I can't do it. So here I have some glitter, some really pretty gold hollow glitter from Nail by John that I bought a long time ago, back before I know they changed the packaging in the acrylic, and this is such old packaging, so that's how long I've had this. So again, I am going in with the gel polish in the monomer dap and dish thing again, but I actually wanted to use gel polish this time, and what I'm doing here is I have two dap and dishes, one with the actual color and then the other one that's just clear for my clear encapsulation, because I do want a completely clear encapsulation. So have you guys ever had brushes that you just left in like acetone overnight and they just kind of got really hard and really gross? I have a bunch of brushes that I've bought. Some of them are really crappy, some of them are actually very good, and sometimes I just forget about them while they sit in acetone to clean, and they wind up sitting there for days or maybe a week, and I know that I'm terrible for that. But if you guys want a video on how I restored my brushes, I restored all of my brushes successfully without having to go buy new ones and to have to pay expensive, fees to get them fixed or whatever. I was able to put them back straight and put them back to almost brand new. So if you want a video on that, make sure you leave me a comment down below. Now, with the color that I made inside the monomer, the gel polish, if you could see it, it's that really, really, really extremely light blue, and I wanted it a little bit darker, so I just went ahead and added the alcohol ink that I used in the last video. Just straight up, I added that to my gel polish mixer, and I came up with this really, really pretty, like, cloud like blue. If y'all haven't noticed, I really like the sky. I've always been into the sky, so anything sky related, zodiac related is always going to catch my eye. But this definitely reminded me of like a soft, fluffy cloud, and it was just such a pretty color. And I definitely have to remember how to make this again in the future. So, yeah, here I'm just putting on the color. This is, again, some glow powder. This is my Glow Neutral Aqua. That is technically white before you put the color into the monomer. It makes it this really nice blue color, but it does glow, and it does glow pretty bright. So if you guys want to see how I make glow acrylics, I make them myself, let me know that in the comments as well. I want to bring so much to you guys, but just let me know what you guys want to see. I definitely have a ton of ideas of my own, and make sure you check out my Instagram posts as well, where I also ask what do you guys want to see on my channel, because I'm always open to new ideas and exciting and different ideas. So yeah, that's that. And so all I'm going to do here now is just go ahead and finish laying the acrylic in the blue. I start with just the blue before I move on to like any ombreing, just because of the color of the monomer, and I want to use that up fast and use it up first. I think that the alcohol ink might affect the monomer because it is alcohol, but don't quote me on that. I really didn't have any problems this time around. And my brushes are back to normal, so it looks really nice. Here you see me going in with a layer of clear to put just towards the tip of the tip, where the tip meets my actual nail, so I can blend that out just fine. So I do go in with the clear and using the stained monomer, I guess you can call it. I'm saving my other clear monomer for when I do my clear coat. So I do use the stained one for like the base coat on my nails that I decide to do the full color, and then use the regular clear coat and the regular clear monomer for my top coat and to encapsulate everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish that up, and then we'll go ahead and jump into ombreing it out and adding some glitter. So now that I finished my other 4 nails, I'm going back to my middle finger to go ahead and finish out with my glow powder, as I'm doing my middle finger entirely glow, and entirely just this solid color. I don't even know what to call this color. If you guys can come up with a color name for this, I will shout you out in the beginning of my next video. Yeah, if you guys give me the best, whoever gets the best name for the color will get a shout out in my next video. It doesn't matter when this is posted or when you see this. But yeah, I definitely think that'll be fun. So the next person who can give this really nice blue color a really awesome name, I will give you a shout out in the beginning of my next video, and I think that'll be so much fun. So, oh, there was a little tiny hair inside the acrylic. Oh my goodness, it frustrated me so much. So yeah, I'm just going in here and finishing laying this blue, and then I'll go in with my GH dip shiny seashell and put that on the ombre on the rest of my nails. And I do ombre out my middle finger with some glitter, so I'll get into that later. But we'll go ahead and talk about my pinky that I spoke about earlier. Now, I didn't break another nail. No, there is no broken nail this time. But with my pinky, I'm not really rough with my hands, but I do have a dog, and as you guys know, I do have a boyfriend, but we do a lot of stuff on our own in our house. So like, we're building our own house, which takes up a lot of time, like getting everything right and getting everything the way you want it, and you want to make sure you get this one thing done. Like, it's just been a lot. And I was moving something the other day, and my pinky got caught and bent, and so the back end of my pinky nail is currently lifting just slightly, but it's to be expected with something like that. I'm really not, mad about myself, but this is also another reason as to why I always say do not use things the way they're not supposed to be used, because I'm sure that the way this thing cured, between the monomer and the dip powder, like, you guys watch me struggle with this color a lot, but it's such a pretty color. Can you blame me? Can you really blame me? Come on. So I really love this color. Like, it's such a perfect browner nude for myself, other than like a pinkish nude. It's so pretty, and it matches. It just looks like the palm of my hand. I really like it. Anyways, y'all see me struggle with this a lot, and this is why I definitely always say don't follow me, don't do things the way you're not supposed to be doing, because you can also get bad results. And I don't want anyone to talk badly about a product because they followed the way I did it. I let you know straight from the beginning, don't do it the way I do it, because I did it wrong. But it's just, I just know how to work with it, and I know how to work with the kinks, and I know how to make it look good at the end of the day, without looking like, sometimes it looks like you put on 18 different layers in 15 different spots. So definitely use this dip powder as the way it's supposed to be used, and I'll make sure I'll link this video in the cards to show you how to actually use it. It's a very neat kit, actually. But yeah, that's what happened with my pinky when I mentioned earlier, and it doesn't hurt. Nothing really hurts. I have such a high pain tolerance. It doesn't hurt, but I am ready to take these off. I'm also ready to take off my nails pretty much a day or so after I'm done with them, so it's like, I'm ready for the next one. But thankfully, work keeps me grounded to a point where I know that I can't do that all the time, because I know I gotta go to bed, and I will be up till 3 a.m. trying to do my nails. So enough with that little chit chat rant here. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish ombreing out the rest of my fingers and let them dry, and we'll get to some filing. can see here, and I forgot to mention earlier, I did switch my brush out completely, just because I didn't want any residue from the other one. So if you have extra brushes, it's definitely a blessing to have when you need to switch them out when doing things like this. So this is my number 10 panel brush, and I'm just using it to encapsulate my whole design into clear. This is definitely something you should encapsulate. I want to work on getting products that you don't necessarily need to encapsulate. I know there are some from Nailed by John and from Valentino Beauty Pure, and those are definitely something I aspire so hard to have, but stuff costs some money, and I want to be able to, when I spend my money, I want to be able to spend it and faithfully. I don't want to buy from like, I don't want to keep buying from Sally's. I want to give money back to the nail techs. I've seen that today on like a Noonie Torres post. I definitely want to give back to nail techs, so I'm definitely going to be buying from Noonie Torres because he has the best deals and he has the best specials, like mystery boxes. And right now, I think at the time of recording, Wednesday, January 13th, he had a special out for 6 surprise acrylics and a bottle of his coffee scented monomer. The only person with coffee scented monomer, like what, for like $30. So go cop. But yeah, he also had mystery boxes for $30 with shipping. It turned out to be like $45, so it's not bad. But I definitely want to give back to the nail tech community, so one day I can be able to create my own products. And I eventually actually want to create an app, like a mobile app on your phone, that you can find a color that you like anywhere, even in nature, and get a RGB code for it. So don't tell nobody. Somebody probably already has it. Somebody's gonna steal that. Copyrighted. That's my absolute. That's one of my dreams to do. But yeah, that's my way of giving back to the nail tech community, because this is an awesome community. You guys are all great. So go ahead and just I'm gonna continue to put on the clear, and I obviously forgot to ombre my thumb, so I'm going to do that as well, and then we're going to come back in for filing. Alright, so now we're coming in with some filing, and whatever file I picked up today, this file was sharp, let me tell you. I think this came with a kit, a poly gel kit, and I couldn't even tell you which one, but this was a 180/100 grit, 180/100 grit file, and this baddie did the job. Like, I was so impressed. I wish I knew where I got it from so I can order more. And honestly, I say this all the time with 99% of my designs. I always prefer it without the art, and it's for the simple fact that this should definitely probably be in fail school, because I am not good at stamping. I am just not good at stamping, and it doesn't turn out bad, but it's not something that I would proudly show off. I would show off the fact that they glow and the ombre is pretty, and it's a really nice blue color, but like, what? I had a zodiac plate, okay, and I hadn't used it, and that's probably definitely why I went ahead and did this, because I had never used the zodiac plate, and this just looks like, if I had a kindergartner, they probably could draw on my nails better than I did. But you know what, honestly, it was low maintenance. It was something that my left hand can do with my right, because me trying to draw with this hand is just impossible. So look at even how I'm holding my drill. What are you doing? So I have just gone in with my, of course, #1 favorite bit of all time, my Hot Tips Beauty bit. Trying to get down this apex on my middle finger thumb. And I just go through and touch up all of the nails, really. I always say this about this bit. This bit is amazing. This bit is the bee's knees. Invest your money and invest them right. Hot Tips Beauty definitely spent their money on the correct product, and I'm absolutely in love. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish up filing, and I'll be back. So here are the nails after they are nice and clean and filed, and I've washed my hands thoroughly to remove all of that dust. And again, as you can see, this plate has never been used. I did the most satisfying peel to take this off, but really, I really just felt like I just needed to use it because I had bought it so long ago. I bought it from Wish. I think this is either a Born Pretty or Nicole Diary plate. And I had just seen it and bought it with a bunch of other ones. I think I bought like 10 at the time, maybe 12. I have a ton of stamping plates. And I am going back in with my stamping gels. Like I said earlier, I don't know if I just have bad luck with stamping, or if it's really just as difficult, or maybe I should just upgrade my stamping tools or what. But this has to be the most difficult thing I can possibly do, even with my non-dominant hand. Like, this was actually kind of hard. And I've always felt like maybe it's because I don't have on a base coat or something. So I do decide to put on a base, like it feels, when you don't do it with a base coat, it looks like it leaches into the file marks, even the finest of file marks. So that's one reason why it's kind of like, okay, well, now it's not perfect. So I completely remove it with some alcohol, and then I go ahead and I wind up going in with a base coat on just the tips, to see if maybe that helps. So I do put, as you can see here, I'm putting on this base coat just on the tips of my nails where I'm going to be putting the stamping, to see if that helps. And as we'll see in a little bit, it really didn't. The base coat kind of made it slip more. So I maybe need to read the directions. Maybe I'm just one of those people who don't read directions and just figure it out on her own. But this stamping is just not it for me. It's just not. It's just not. Like, there's no other way for me to describe it. I wouldn't necessarily call them a fail, because they are still kind of cute, but I just personally, for my standard, it's just not what I imagined it to be. And I was actually really hesitant about putting the video out and really cutting it short, but my result pictures do have, stamping objects, art on them. So anyways, I'm just ranting at myself at this point. So I go ahead and cure, and we're gonna try this again. And it's nice to have a clear stamper, I will say. I do try to mix it up with the blue and the gold, to give it a little bit of more of like a starry vibe, but the gold wound up being more of a shiny yellow. It's not really defined on the nail, and I think that's where I'm kind of upset. But I don't even remember what time it was at this point. There's a possibility it could have been late, and I could have just been tired and just wanted to finish these nails at this point, because I can't live without them. I can't live without my nails. I can't type, I can't work, I can't do anything without my nails. I've become one of those girls. I can't type, but I can't be without my nails, no. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish ruining these, and we'll see you at the reveal. Alright, so here are the nails. I did go ahead and top coat them off camera and cured them for a full 60 seconds. Like I said, they're not terrible, but I definitely could have done better. My vision could have came out better. I also have this really nice UV light above my nail station, and this is them coming fresh out of the light, and I mean, how can you not be in love? They're so bright. They're so bright. They're so freaking bright, and I'm so happy with just the color of them and the way they look, even with the art. So if you guys like this video, if you like glow-in-the-dark nails, let me know. I'm always here for the glow babes and the glow guys. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. I even have a video of me in my car, and they're still super bright. So hopefully you'll be able to see that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.